It's the Tampa Bay Rays taking on the New York Yankees. All right, the stage is set for what should be a really good game one as this series gets underway. Introductions wrapping up down on the field, and first pitch just minutes away. John Shabby, Chris Singleton with you. Game one is always critical in a postseason series, Singy.
Yeah, and this is when you love having home field advantage, Boog. If you capture game one, you're full of confidence that you've got a chance to ride that momentum for the rest of the series.
And on the visiting side, starting pitching is always the big key in a game like this to kick off a series.
Yeah, you need a strong performance on the mound. That's the #1 way to cancel out the home field edge we just mentioned.
You can feel the energy in this building. They are fired up for game one. Back with that after this. Just about ready to go. And on the hill in this one, Max Fried. What do you have on him, Chris?
Great sinker. Although it's not his primary pitch, it's really a pitch that he can go to, misses the barrel of the bat, gets ground balls, and lets the defense work behind him.
All right, ready to get underway. Now it's the DH, Tyler Freeman. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Counts 1-0.
And it's strike two.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got him swinging. And that's the first out.
Pretty nasty cutter right there, and you're seeing that pitch, that location a lot more these days, and you can see why. Very difficult for hitters. I think the great Mariano Rivera can at least partially be credited for that thanks to the career he had with the cutter. It was just dominant. I tell you what, I felt like it was a moral victory whenever I could put that pitch in play. So I can feel for the guy right there walking back to the dugout.
There's the strike. We talk so much about how starting pitchers prepare for their starts. I talked with Max Fried, and one of the things he told me back in 19, he and Lucas Giolito started using MLB The Show to go over scouting reports. 1 out, bases empty. Swing and a foul out of play. Hit on the ground to short. Volpe gets it to first. 2 quick outs at the top of the first here tonight. All right, let's take a look at the Rays lineup. And Chris, a great matchup in this one. An ace caliber arm in the hill against a deep lineup.
You said it, Boog, and I'm really excited to see how this plays out. The kind of talent they'll be facing, these hitters have a tough task ahead of them. Should be really fun to watch, though.
So up next, Jonathan Aranda. And that's in the dirt. And that's ball 1. Into center. Jones on his way in. Makes a nice running catch. And that is that. Tampa Bay nothing. Yankees coming up. You're watching the American League Division Series on the show. here in New York. And today's starter, Ian Seymour.
Well, he's got great stuff, but what makes his stuff even better is his delivery. Hides the ball for a very long time, high leg kick, and by the time the hitter sees it, it's right on top of it.
And stepping in for the Yankees, Jarren Duran. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. First pitch misses. So how much does his speed factor into his ability to go get it?
It's heartbreaking for the hitter because off the bat, he thinks this ball's going to get down. Because of that speed and the ability to make up so much ground, he enters the picture and breaks a guy's heart. There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial gold glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. We talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the bases, despite the fact that he didn't play a ton of baseball as a kid. Check swing, tried to hold up. Now it appealed to third. Did not go. Remember Mark Kotsay was a real good defensive outfielder. Good instincts, not great speed. Battling here as he fouls it away.
Yeah, and I figured you would get Kotsay into this because you had a free dinner at his house the other night.
That is true. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, getting a good look at the pitcher here in the first inning isn't a bad thing. I know he struck out, but you can live with that as long as the other hitters in this lineup can learn something from it.
Jose Caballero stepping in now for the Yankees. In for a strike. 0-1.
0-1's the count.
One down, base is empty. Up the middle, dives, but it kicks off his glove. No throw, and they don't get the out. It's Aaron Judge now. Just missed.
Judge enjoyed success at the major league level right away. He hit 52 home runs as a rookie, breaking Mark McGwire's record, and became the first Yankee to win Rookie of the Year since some guy named Derek Jeter.
Judge waits.
That's a great take right there. Even though it's a strike, with the situation, runner on first base, you want to keep the ball off the ground. And you swing at that pitch, most likely you roll into a double play.
The 1-1. Runner on the go. Pitch misses. Throw there. Safe. Man at second. That misses the zone. Ball 3.
The crowd here has been fired up even before the first pitch for this series, and they'll go crazy right here if they can take an early first inning lead.
Swing and a ground ball out to short. Throws to first. Judge out of the play. As we take a look now at the New York Yankees lineup. And it's clear the most important job they have today is getting to the starting pitcher early and often.
No doubt about that. That's the best way to disrupt a game. But can they do it? Certainly something for us to pay attention to in this one, partner.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. And a foul ball. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Chased the fastball up the ladder for strike 3. Second inning coming up in the Bronx. No score. Game 1 of the division series. Now here's the Tampa Bay cleanup hitter, Junior Caminero. Max Fried will go to work. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. On the ground to the left. And foul ball. Let's talk about great individual postseasons. One that really sticks out to me is Ricky Anderson in 1989. He hit .441 with 3 homers and 11 stolen bases. And that's their first base runner of the game. Lau at the plate.
Man, when I think about great postseason performances, hard to top Carlos Beltran in 2004. 8 homers and 6 steals in 12 games with the Houston Astros. He didn't even get to play in the World Series that year.
Towards first. That's a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock. Runner in scoring position now and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
First and second, no outs. And stepping in is the speedy Stuart Fairchild. And that's in there for strike 1.
0-1.
Just missed.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Ed Drummond, our umpire behind the plate in this one.
Yeah, but he's a really fair umpire, both the pitchers and the hitters. So standard strike zone, he's consistent with it. And the great thing is you don't see players question the calls too much. So that's a good thing in this day and age.
Swings and misses. Now 1-2.
Knowing that the pitcher wants a ground ball double play opportunity here, you've got to lay off pitches down in the zone. Right there, swinging at that pitch, that's a no-no.
Just misses without one.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Next offering is downstairs. First and second, no outs here in game 1 of the ALDS. Strike 3, got him swinging. And that is a big first out.
Well, he showed a lot of conviction with the fastball there, not just because of the velocity, but also the ability to command it on the inside part of the plate. The last thing you want to do with 2 strikes is just get too far in there and it gets away and hits the batter. So when I see a 2-strike fastball bunch up a guy like that, it tells me there's a lot of confidence in that pitch.
Richie Palacios up to bat next, lays off for a ball. Next offering is in for a strike. And that one clips the corner.
Man, that pitch was dotted. So much talent on display when this guy's out there on the hill.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, you got to be ready to swing the bat with a runner in scoring position and 2 strikes. Just put the ball in play somewhere, and you got a chance. Very frustrating for him, I'm sure. See if the next guy can pick him up.
Taylor Walls next to hit for the Rays.
How many times have we seen an early at-bat change the course of a game? It happens every night in baseball, and maybe it happens again here.
A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Line drive. Fair ball. Caminero rounds third, headed for the plate. Save. And it's 1-0.
Big swing of the bat right there to give him the lead. That was clutch. Maybe a little out front of the pitch right there, but he squared it up pretty good, and he kept it inside the line. And just a really nice job on the other side by the defense to hold that to a long single.
First and second, 2 outs. So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Pedro Pajes. Next pitch is outside.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
That's in there, and a count 2-1. Over at second, Walls at first, 2 out of the inning. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Two on, 2 outs. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's now a 1-0 ball game. This is the American League Division Series on the show. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And stepping in for the Yankees, Josh Naylor. Seymour back to work. Off the mark there. Ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
That's a ball. Went with the sweeper. Swing and a high fly ball. Well struck. That one's back there. Bangs off the wall. And that's a leadoff double.
He was all over that one. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
And here's the catcher, Austin Wells. That one's in there. Strike 1. Just missed. Tying run in scoring position. Bottom half of inning number 2.
Ball 2.
And there's a ball.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you get a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Handful.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. The pitch. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Perfect.
Well, they didn't give him anything to hit, and now with runners on first and second, they've set up a double play opportunity, so not a terrible result.
And now the shortstop, Anthony Volpe. And that one fouled off. No outs, runners at first and second. The shortstop takes the ball.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Getting a little frustrated with the strike zone.
Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Palacios has a beat on it, squeezes it. Runner tags at second, and he makes it up to third with 1 away. Here's the center fielder, Spencer Jones.
In the grand scheme of things, this at-bat might not feel important because it's early, but it could create a domino effect for things to come. Control what you can here and have a strong at-bat.
Runner takes off. That's to third. Lays out. Oh, it's off his glove. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe as a run scores on the play.
Tying run on third. He's looking to find a way to bring him home, and he gets it done with an infield single of all things. And that's probably not how he imagined the at-bat played out, but they'll absolutely take it.
First and second, 1 out. Now the third baseman, Oswaldo Cabrera. Outside low, and it's 1-0.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
Tied up here in the early going. Fouled off. He was late.
That's a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike.
High fly ball out of the left center field. Fairchild in and to his right. Brings it in. And there's 2 down. Now batting Jaron Duran. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. Yeah, that's fouled off.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
Next offering in there for a strike. And it's 0-2. Two outs. Got him! Good job at damage control right there. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across 1. We played 2 full, all tied 1-1. New inning getting started. Here's Tyler Freeman to hit. Slapped foul.
Ball one. I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Next
Ball
one off the
inside.
plate inside. And it's 2-1. Fastball is outside. It's a leadoff walk, and that's the go-ahead run.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted in first base with a quick free pass.
Here's Miguel Andujar. 0 for 1 so far. Andujar, an all-star a season ago, 31 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. There's a strike.
There was a high-velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
Read out of the stretch, fires. Strike 2.
Another 0-2 count right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Got him swinging.
Well, obviously that was nowhere near the strike zone by the time it got to the plate. And people at home watching are thinking, what's he swinging at? But I'll tell you, some of the break guys snap off these days is just devastating. It can be so tough to recognize where a pitch like that's going to end up.
Jonathan Aranda next to hit for the Rays. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. Close, but called a ball. Ball 1.
Talking about this series matchup, it's always a little strange to face a division opponent in the postseason, but we're starting to see it happen more often with the new format. Playing each other in these games really cranks up the heat on division rivalries. When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
Next pitch is inside, and it's 3-0. Freeman, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. That clips the corner. Fought off foul. And here's a 3-2. Ground ball right side, could be 2. To Volpe at second for 1 on the nailer. They get 2. Nothing doing here this half. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. All tied 1-1. As we go to the last of the 3rd. Now the number 2 hitter, Jose Caballero. First offering, and it just misses.
You know, these Yankees doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of him. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
And he takes a strike.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Next offering is fouled back. Got him. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically he likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Here is Aaron Judge. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Corrals it. 2 down. Jazz Chisholm Jr. stepping in now for the Yankees. His first at bat was a strikeout. Foul ball there. Next pitch off the plate. And the count even 1-1. There's the strike. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Lau sends it to first. Out number 3. Down in order go the Yankees. Score remains tied 1-1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Stepping in the long ball threat, Junior Caminero. There's a swing and a drive. That's back there. Pulls it in on the warning track. And now it's Brandon Lau. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Just missed. All tied up here in game 1 of the ALDS. And that one wrapped foul. He caught it behind his back. Oh, the throw is over his head. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's going to make it up to second base as that's a 2-base error.
Just kind of sailed that throw and pulled it across his body towards the right field side of first base. And usually that means the fielder just didn't square up his shoulders to the target. And I think that throw had just as much to do with his footwork as anything else.
Stuart Fairchild now at the plate. Struck out swinging his first time. That misses the zone, and that is ball 1. Man at second. Fouled off down the right side. That's down and in. Fastball for a strike. It's 2-2.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
Headed towards the corner. Judge cutting across. Couldn't get to it before it dropped foul.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Ground ball, and that's through the infield. stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with one out. A perfect example right there. That plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable he becomes, and he usually wins the battle.
And now the right fielder, Richie Palacios. Caught looking his first time up. That's in there. Strike one. Runners at the corners, one away. Top half of inning number 4. Stays alive. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Outside low. And that's ball 1. Double play ball to second. There's one. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice.
I promise you there are guys that get a little bit faster when they can smell an RBI. That was a possible inning-ending double play. Great hustle, and he gets rewarded with the RBI because of it.
Here's the shortstop at the plate. Taylor Walls singled and drove in a run his first time through. That catches the zone for a strike, and it's 0-1.
0-1.
Two outs. Swing and a foul straight back. The shortstop takes the ball.
0-2 curve right there. Hitter kind of expects that. And good job of just showing that confidence and trying to get back into this count.
Palacios off of first with 2 away. Runner on the go. Pitch misses in. Throw to second. Out there. And the inning is over.
Well, trying to get into scoring position, but a great catch and throw to end the inning. That's the way to pick up the pitcher.
Here at New Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. Bottom 4. And stepping in for the Yankees, Josh Naylor. On a line out towards center. Fairchild brings it in with a nice running grab.
Clearly ready to hit right there. First pitch of the inning hits a bullet, and it just is one of those bad luck ABs.
Austin Wells getting ready to hit. Worked a walk in his first trip to the plate. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
0-1's the count.
Can't glove it cleanly. Gets off a throw, and it's in time. It wasn't the smoothest play you'll see today, but they still get the out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Anthony Volpe stepping in now for the Yankees. Flied to right his first time. Ball 1, no strikes.
He's gotten into a really good rhythm, set down 7 in a row. He just wants to get the baseball and deliver it as quickly as possible. Keep the momentum going.
Popped in the air, left field, Andujar makes the play, and it's out number 3. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Free back to work. Now a drag bunt, third base side, and that's just foul. And that one lifted in the air, center field. Hauls it in for the out. Pedro Pajes next to hit for the Rays. He was a strikeout victim his first time. And that one upstairs, ball 1. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the 5th. And that is downstairs. And now 2-0.
No strike.
And another ball. Next pitch in for a strike, 3-1. They say you win.
I can't lose, ball.
Three-two. Swings and misses. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. So 2 down now, and here is Tyler Freeman. The bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Freeman hits it in the air. Jones gets under it, and that'll do it. Game 1 of the division series. And now the center fielder, Spencer Jones. And a swing and a miss there. Bullpen movement for the Rays. Number 48 warming up for manager Kevin Cash. Kelly, the right-hander, also getting loose. Close, but called a ball. And 1-1.
Yeah. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
In the air, right field. Palacios should have this one. Reaches over the wall, and he's got it. Here's the third baseman. baseman, Oswaldo Cabrera. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. And there's the strike. Home team down a run. Last half of inning number 5. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still manages a throw, and they get it. The misplay made it a bit messy, but they cleaned things up for the out. And up next for New York, Jarren Duran. Both 2 in this one.
He's controlling things out there on the mound, not messing around at all. He's been in attack mode since the very start.
Puts a bunt down, right side, Aranda. He steps on the bag. They thwart the bunt attempt and end the inning. Top of the 6th inning. Now up for Tampa Bay, Miguel Andujar. He's a guy, Chris, whose highlights include some of the best throws from the outfield that you will ever see. Definitely one of the best arms of the sport. That one hit to right. And it stays fair. And now it's going to be Jonathan Aranda. In the dirt.
Yeah, the infielders and the catcher can never give up on a play, because if this guy thinks he has a chance, he's going to throw it from the warning track if he has to.
2 balls, no strikes to count. Grounder might be 2. Off balance feed. There's 1 to first. Not in time. Great effort there.
Tough play right there. Didn't really have enough time to set his feet and make a strong, accurate throw. Had to rush it, but he got it off, and he got it there in time to get that out at second base.
Junior Caminero next to hit for the Rays. That breaking ball drops in for a strike. Caminero, 22 years old, and he's won a Silver Slugger in the American League. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
One-run game, 1 out, 1 on. Good job to fight that one off. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout.
Well, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. They tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
Lau lays off down low as he digs in for the 3rd time. Aranda off of first with 2 away. And that one popped in the air left field. Jones sizes this one up, and that is that. The Rays strand just the 1. They lead it 2-1. Back at Yankee Stadium, bottom of the inning. And now the DH, Jose Caballero. Just missed.
1-0.
And fouled off. Outside low, 2-1. Action in the pen down there. Garrett Clevenger warming up for manager Kevin Cash. Fairbanks getting cranked up as well. Swing and a miss. And the count is even, 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Line drive, that's a base hit into right field. Off to a good start with a leadoff knock.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
And a Rays manager making his way towards the mound now as he will make the move. Ian Seymour won't go any further tonight, and he was a tough nut to crack. Pretty stingy from start to finish. Back with the new arm after a quick break. Now a new pitcher for the Rays, number 48.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
No outs, runner at first. Aaron Judge at the plate. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Fastball for a strike. And that's way high. And the count is 1-1.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
With the tying run on at first, here in game 1 of the ALDS. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Man, that slider bearing in on your hands like that, it's just so tough to fight off. It's kind of like a cutter. It just can eat you up, saw you off. Tell you what, hitters have nightmares about that pitch. Perfectly executed out there on the mound.
Now here's the Yankees cleanup hitter, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Runner takes off. There's the ball. Throw, save! And the tying run is now in scoring position.
You know, nights like this when it seems harder to score, I like the call to put him in motion and try to steal the base. Ball's not carrying, no home runs so far, so trying to manufacture some offense like this may be the way to go.
With the tying run at second here in the bottom of the 6th. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with 1 out.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball. Tying runs now just 90 feet away. Just got to be wary of that double play, though. That would strand him and end the inning.
Runners at the corners here, 1 away. And here's the first baseman, Josh Naylor, 1 for 2. That one finds the zone, and that is strike 1. First and third, 1 down. Up and in, and it's 1-1. Ground ball left side, could be 2. Over to Lau. Double play. They can't seem to break through. Inning over.
They made it look easy, but it started with a nice feed to the second baseman from the shortstop. Perfect turn, and they're out of this jam.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Carl Edwards Jr. And stepping in for the Rays, Stuart Fairchild. And that's through there for a strike. It's 0-1. Movement in the Yankees pen. Camilo Doval getting loose out there. Bednoff also throwing. To the left side, but it is well foul. Next pitch is outside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That misses the zone, and it's 2-2. Just off the inside edge.
Close pitch there, and he's kind of wondering where it missed. You know, getting a feel for each umpire's strike zone is something that pitchers and hitters really have to think about and work on from game to game, and sometimes from at bat to at bat.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Richie Palacios next to hit for the Rays. 0-1.
0-1.
Line drive, caught.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Now the batter now, Taylor Walls. Hit hard on the ground to short. Volpe throws it to first in time. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Rays held in check here as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Garrett Clevenger.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect the tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Austin Wells stepping in now for the Yankees. He's 0 for 1.
A lot of times you're looking for a guy to get that tying run on base, but because of the power, you want him to tie up the game with one swing here.
Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play.
Well, on paper, it's favorable to have a fairly quick inning here with 2 of the 3 hitters he's set to face batting from the left side, same side he throws from.
Hard ground ball for a base knock. And that puts the tying run on base.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
No outs, runner at first. And the batter will be the shortstop, Anthony Volpe. In there, and it's 0-1. Trying to hold a 1-run lead here in the late stages of game 1. Next pitch, a slider that misses outside.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it, so it's a good take by him.
This to third, Caminero. There's one, and they get him easily at first. It's a double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Spencer Jones will hit next. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Holding on to a one-run lead here at the bottom of the seventh. On the ground, and it goes just foul. Looking to get the tying run on base. And that's in for a strike. 1 and 2.
2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Yanks held in check. They're down 2-1. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Camilo Doval. Well, one-run game, and now the catcher for the Rays, Pedro Pajes, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And a foul ball.
Well, these Rays, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
Here's the 0-2.
Off the plate, ball 1.
Fights it off. He'll see another. And a ball and 2 strikes. Tranquilo Camilo notches the K.
Well, they've had a great plan of attack for him tonight. I mean, finding all the holes in his swing and his approach, just frustrating for him up there. You strike out a guy 3 times in a game, I think that guy's got to go back and really study some video with his hitting coach, figure out how they're beating him, make this adjustment really quick, because word will get around the league in a hurry.
And he grounds one to the right side. Chisholm. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th. Two outs, base is empty. Miguel Andujar next to hit for the Rays. 1 for 3. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Judge getting an angle on it. He's got it, and that is that. No runs, no hits, no errors. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Rays 2 and the Yankees 1. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Pete Fairbanks. He has a great slider with tons of movement. And now it's switch hitting third baseman Oswaldo Cabrera. That one catches the zone, and it's 0-1. Activity in the bullpen. Edwin Uceta warming up for manager Kevin Cash. Missed with a changeup, and now it's even 1-1. That one missed.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Outside
Ball
low, and that's ball 3. Jarren Duran in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And that is out of play. We'll see another payoff pitch. And that's a strikeout looking. Called strike 3 and a fastball up in the zone.
A big strikeout right there, and maybe a little controversial with the call. I think he got a little bit of favor on the mound. No question about it. It's not exactly what you want to see in a big spot like that, and I'm sure there's some chirping going on from the dugout, making it clear that wasn't his best call behind the plate today.
Stepping in, Jarren Duran. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a groundout. And that's fouled off.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
And now the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
Talk about tying a guy up. That was ugly.
Swing and a ground ball, and that's a foul ball. Trying to hold a 1-run lead here in Game 1 of the ALDS.
Oh, that's it.
And a ball evens the count. That's inside.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound he's already thrown 13 pitches. Look at him working hard out there.
Holding on to a 1-run lead here the bottom half of the 8th inning. And a foul ball, he stays alive.
The healthy cut, tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
One down, base is empty. Foul tip, strike 3.
Unafraid to throw it right there. That's trusting your stuff. Just 1 out away from getting out of a huge jam.
And next for New York, Jose Caballero. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. There's the strike. Right through there for a strike.
Dangerous spot for that slider right there. Didn't seem to quite finish out front and get that sharp break. Tell you what, he doesn't want to throw that pitch again.
And that's downstairs. And the count is 1-2.
That's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
In the air, left field, Andujar going back on this one. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. 3 up, 3 down that time. We're on to the 9th in Game 1. It's the Rays 2 and the Yankees 1. We go to the 9th, and now the first baseman, Jonathan Aranda. Doval back to work. That one finds the zone. It's 0-1. Activity in the bullpen for the Yankees. Scott Efros appears to be getting loose. Cousins also getting ready. The 0-1. That one fouled off. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
And that one missing inside a sharp slider.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
And that one ripped into right, and it stays fair. Now he turns and heads for second. The throw in. Not in time. That's a leadoff double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. He tried to jam him inside with the cutter, and he got it in there, but I have a feeling he was sitting on that pitch, that location, because he was all over it.
And here is Junior Caminero. And he swings and misses at the initial offer. Back to right. Tries to make the play, but it's foul. Next pitch misses outside. 1-2 the count. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the 9th. Gets a piece and stays alive. Man at second. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going.
5 foul balls in this at bat so far, and these two are going head to head. You can see the crowd. They're starting to get into it a little bit more and more each pitch, even though there hasn't been a ball in play yet.
That one not close. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than to have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
He's making things difficult for himself right now out there on the mound, but you know his confidence should still be high enough to get out of this, but he's going to have to buckle down right here.
Lau stands in now, looks at that one inside.
Well, he's already in some trouble, and falling behind in the count makes it even worse. Then you've got to throw the ball over more of the plate, and that's where they can really do damage against a guy like this.
This is again 5 in a row.
2-0 count, great hitter at the dish. If you're going to miss, you've got to miss outside the zone. You miss inside the strike zone, you'll be asking the umpire for a new baseball.
Center field. Jones sizing this one up. Drops into the glove. Runner tags at second, and he moves up 90 feet. Runners at the corners now. 1 away. Fairchild next to hit for the Rays.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Inside just missed. One-run game here in the top of the ninth. That one missing inside. And a foul ball. Runner on the move. In the dirt. Go to second. On the ground to third, Cabrera. On to first, and that's the third out. No runs, one hit, no errors, and a man left. Heart of the order, 3-4-5 will get their shot in the bottom of the ninth. It's the Rays 2 and the Yankees 1. And here's the closer to try and finish off game 1. Edwin Uceta.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
Yeah, the hard-throwing righty trying to secure these outs against a potent Yankee lineup, and it starts with Aaron Judge. 0 for 3, a fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. That one down the line, and it's just foul. That was close. Swung on, belted. Going back. Makes the catch up against the wall. That's a big first out right there, and that changes things.
Yeah, you can kind of see how just the hope and optimism is shrunk a little bit, but they got a couple more outs to work with. They got to find a way to get a runner on and get one around the bases.
Chisholm in the box now, takes strike one.
Late in the game, everyone gets a little tighter, a way to get ahead on a really good hitter right there.
Swinging a foul out of play. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. So last chance for the Yankees. And here's the first baseman, Josh Naylor. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Trying to close out a one-run lead here in the late stages of game 1. And a ground ball to first. Steps on the bag himself. Ball game.
Well, we saw a lot of good pitching and defense in this ball game. And when you have a low-scoring game, it's imperative that the players stay on their toes, ready to make plays behind their pitcher. And they did exactly that. It's an excellent win. Everyone goes in the clubhouse feeling really good about themselves.
Not a ton of offense to chat about as we look at the final numbers, but this was a good one.
Yeah, it was a low-scoring game, Boog, but sometimes those can be the best, especially this time of year.
And your final score here today, 2-1. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Sciambi. Thanks for joining us.
I gave you hard work and labor. I gave you your flavor. You ain't hear me, your haters. This fakers, you gave me crumbs, I give me capers. The movers and fakers get around and catch the papers. While I'm My shots are jumping like the Lakers. I want land with acres, you in potential papers. I'm from back in the day with a was wearing with papers. And they call you a moolie, treat you like a racist. Militant, yeah, I'm back in the booth. Pop, I hit you from the roof, yeah. It's the truth, but pressure on you in the stoop. With body shots till your body drop. I ain't got the hammer cock, the body. We talk about we should've called the troops. Shout to all my that be waiting to make it spark. Bang, let loose, chill, man, chill. Let's get.
Representing is a trend. I don't see no into that. Where you at? If I slip